So we can kind of tell that you sit behind a desk a lot
Yeah.
from the postural side of things.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Oh no, it's usual. It's normal.
Mm.
And if you look at yourself in the mirror, you'll see your upper traps are working a lot. So in other words, those muscles up there, and you can see the angle that they're working, your shoulders are at the moment.
Right.
So we're going to work on trying to relax you through there.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, make you work harder through on the right hand screen through that area, through your thoracic and mid-thoracic spine.
Yep.
So we'll wake up some muscles around there that don't normally
Yeah.
are worked. We're going to slightly change the ball position here. You can see how far back in your stance that is. We're actually going to move it further forward.
Let's change
The ball position, so see the ball in the left-hand screen there?
Yeah.
We're going to go from being a long way back in your stance, which is where it's at right now, to moving it further forward.
Move the ball forward.
Absolutely, so closer to your left foot.
Right.
Okay?
What does that do?
It does a number of things. The lowest part from a pure mechanical standpoint, it's a little bit more complicated than this, but that's the lowest part of the golf swing, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you have it that far back, you're going to have to move that way,
Okay.
and basically have most of the pressure on your right foot, and then try to scoop it up in the air. Okay? So you understand what loft is? So the actual angle of the face of the golf club is what we call loft.
Okay.
So in your hand at the moment, you've got a 7-iron.
Yeah.
So it's about a mid-range golf club now.
Right.
So in other words, it's still got a relatively long shaft, and it's still got a reasonable amount of angle in the face. And if you're practicing, that's probably what I'd get you to use, because that will give you the best results as far as how it's flying and doing all those kind of things. So with the 7-iron, we want to use that 7-iron. We want it to actually go fairly high so it can then land and drop and stop on a green. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So without you trying to lift it up in the air, because that'll be half the battle for you. Because as soon as I take it off that tee, you'll end up hitting the ground and then halfway up the ball and it'll dribble along the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with all that gobbledygook, what we're going to talk about, we're going to put the ball further forward in your stance, and we're going to keep some pressure on that left foot
Yep.
all the way through the golf swing. Because what you're just about to see is that hub moving. It'll move up and back. Now in 2/100ths of a second, it's now got to get back down here. So that golf club up there
Yeah.
is now got to get back down there in 2/100ths of a second. So if you've moved that far up and off the golf ball, so that's where your head started, then you're probably not going to get it back down there on a regular basis.
Okay.
Okay, because it's moved too much. So when we watch really, really good players and really good ball strikers in particular, their head doesn't move around quite as much. Their body doesn't move up and down. It just
Okay.
rotates around.
Yep.
So your head's in the same position, it's the same distance away from the ground. And that'll be the hardest part for you to actually keep some pressure on that left foot.
Right.
Okay, because you will want to move across to there.
So you can't move it. You got to keep that, stay in the same place.
Please.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay. Yeah.
if I said to you there's a difference between center of mass and center of pressure, you understand what that means?
No.
Okay, so we won't go into that. I just want to keep.
Just as long as you're talking
I want to keep your foot on the leg ground.
Yeah. Okay.
So see how it's coming off the ground there now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to keep it on the ground.
Okay.
Done and dusted. And then, because of
That's
course,
just front foot, yeah.
so now you've got to get back down to where you started from. And clearly you didn't. So that head's back there, whereas that's where it started over there. Okay?
So
Now,
stay there.
if you keep your pressure on that left foot, well then you'll start to keep that head in the same place. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you keep that left foot on the ground. So if I asked you to throw a ball, okay, you'd probably finish across there. So your body, everything will be across there. If not, walk through. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's why we want that left foot to stay on the ground.
So I got to get left foot staying on the ground, not moving my head. Is that if I keep my left foot stayed on the ground, don't move, my head should not move.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to start off with little tiny pitch shots, and that's it. So if we put somebody in there that yeah, on the right hand screen
Yeah.
over here.
Yep.
His melon's still there, his left foot's on the ground.
Yep.
That's all I'm after.
So where do I? Yeah, I move my foot.
So your left foot's way off the ground.
Just stay on the ground. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if we kept on going, that's even further off
Just
the ground.
further off. Just stay on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.